Hey everybody, this is The Shape speaking, and I'm back at Disney's California Adventures. Starting off here today as usual for this time of year. So this is my final trip before they black out my pass for the summer. All things considered, might be my final trip before as a Enchant Key pass holder. They're continually jacking up the prices, and I think we've gotten to a point here where it's actually outside of my wheelhouse. So I may drop down to the next tier of pass holder, or may turn myself into an occasional day tripper. I mean, we'll see what it's like when we get to the end of summer and it's time to renew. But yeah, I've been anticipating something like this for a while anyways. But so back for another day. Now, I'm always apprehensive about this last trip before summer because there's a tendency for me to experience a whole lot of just bad luck on the last trip before I head back, before summer closes. All kinds of bizarre things have happened. I've had rides mysteriously break down when I'm right near the entrance, and that would go on all day. I had a belt go completely to pieces on me, forcing me to go buy a new belt at Disneyland prices. A lot of strange stuff has happened in that last day before summer hits, so I always feel a little apprehensive for this particular trip out of the year. But I can always make everything work, so one more day at Disney's California Adventures and Disneyland. Hopefully I'll get some video on some rides for you. I was hoping to finish off my ill-fated ride-through of Tiana's Bayou, but yeah, you can see the weather. Not the perfect day for Splash Mountain, so gonna have to wait until next year for that one. So it's possible I could get one of Guardians of the Galaxy. I know the last couple times I've been on it, when they told me no flash photography and no flash video. They didn't specify no video, so I might be able to get a ride through of that. But I'll try to get some ride-throughs of something while I'm here. And in the meantime, one more day at Disney's California Adventures and Disneyland. Always fun. Okay, always a good sign. The waterfall is up and running. I love this waterfall. Don't know what it is about waterfalls I like so much, but always glad when this thing is actually operational. Okay, first piece of bad luck. The wine bar in California Adventures is shut down. You have to go over here to Sonoma Terrace, and it doesn't open up until later in the day. So my first bit of the last day before summer curse just hit me. So disappointing. Okay, definitely feeling that last day before summer curse. Not only is the winery closed over in DCA, but I just found out Oga's Cantina has it's jam-packed and has no tables, so I'm gonna literally have to leave the park to get a drink or anything, and you know, I want one in all this crowding before I get into any of these horrendous lines. Also, I was trying to make a video for you guys of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. The last couple of times I'd been on it, they said no flash photography or no flash video. They didn't say no video. So I did the whole queue line, waited a long time, got right onto that, and suddenly they have reinstituted that thing of no video on the ride. So definitely feeling that curse of the last day before summer blackout. So I eventually did get into Oga's Cantina, only to find that they were all out of what they had that I liked. I liked the Imperial Guard, which is a wine, and they were completely out of it. All they had were their sugary mixed drinks that I can't even drink. So, okay guys, the curse continues. I just got off of Star Tours, and so basically I was right up at the doors, ready to go on the ride, and the somebody in the previous group on the ride puked all over the whole front part of the ride vehicle. So they had to keep us there and then eventually move us to another car to finish the ride. So they called that a Code V. I had a summer job once back in 1990 working at Knott's Berry Farm. They used to call that a 101I. But yeah, so the curse continues. As always, the last day before they black out my pass for summer, and there's always weird stuff happening to me. Okay, so it's the end of the night now, and I'm heading out a little early. All in all, despite everything, the day ended up going pretty good, although for the first, of course you saw the previous things. I had a lot of, as always, as on the last day before the summer blackout, I had a lot of weird bad luck. So this was not the exception to the rule this time. But ultimately, I always managed to have some fun. Things got better later on. This is one of the rare days where I actually did not get on Rise of the Resistance. With everything going on and everything like jam-packed, because the crowds were horrendous most of the day, and they still are, even though we're only an hour before closing at DCA. I just really did not want to pack myself into those lines this time, but so despite everything, I did manage to get a couple of ride-throughs together, and just came from getting my picture taken with Captain America. So heading on out a little bit before closing, wrapping up this season of Disneyland. One thing is that you know, the last 3 visits I've had to Disneyland have been frustrating in one way or another, but this time I can say I'm proud of myself. I did not compensate by buying any super expensive lighted statues like I did the last couple of times. So hey, there's that. Visits, but next week I'm going to be heading out to Universal Studios again. Universal always seems to be less problematic than Disneyland. Not sure if it's just the crowding or what, but yeah, going to be making another trip to Universal. Now, both Universal and Knott's Berry Farm do not black my passes out for the summer. There's a few blackout dates for Universal this summer. That's about it. So depending on what's going on this summer and what kind of weather we have, I might stop by Universal during the summer once or twice and hang out a little bit. The crowds are going to be pretty bad, so I wouldn't be going on much. But it's possible I might do that. I did that last summer when I was having the family crisis, not at Universal, but at Knott's. And anybody who really follows my stuff, I don't know if anybody actually does, but they know that during that crisis I would pop spontaneously over to Knott's Berry Farm and just hang out and try to mellow out. So I might do that this year. We'll see what happens in summer. Also, I have an extra day off next Sunday, because I'm going up to a theater in Thousand Oaks to see Addams Family the musical. I have seen a live performance of that once before. I think it was at the same theater, I'm not sure. But that's a bit of a drive for me, and I found out after I got my ticket that the show is actually coming to a closer theater the next month. But hey, too late now. Anyways, that wraps everything up. I'll tack this one on the end of my video, my intro video, that also talks about everything that happened today. And until next time, this is The Shape speaking.